99.9 Punk World Radio FM. You guys already know what time it is. And right here, we are actually joined by legendary Canadian band. We are joined by Bleeker, formerly known as Bleeker Ridge. Guys, how are you actually doing this evening?
So good. Usually in bed by now.
Good.
Keeping us up, actually.
Well, hey, I appreciate you guys for actually staying up past your bedtime to chat with myself and the listeners, man. Like I told you before we actually went live, a huge fan of you guys, been a fan since the Bleeker Ridge days and Small Town Dead, so just being able to converse with you four is such a tremendous honor, guys, so thank you so much for a bit of your time.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us here.
But I know you guys are busy individuals, and of course, I don't want to keep you away from your beds too long, obviously. But
we're just doing drugs and alcohol now, so we're gonna be up for a while.
Just as 3 nights straight binge, right? Just no sleeping.
Yeah.
But I got to take you guys back to the beginning, man, because this is like when I was doing the research for this interview. There's things that I even learned, and I'm a fan of you guys. It's the one thing I love about doing interviews. I always learn some stuff that I didn't know. But you guys actually formed this band by 2 sets of brothers, where you all actually met at a music shop in Orillia, Ontario. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about that ordeal, and of course, what actually made you guys decide to come together as one to form Bleeker Ridge, now of course known to the world as Bleeker.
We met Dustin and Dan. We saw each other, like we played some random bar together, and there were the other 2 young people there that were playing. And then we found out that we were all like taking lessons from the same people. And then, this was like public school. Like my public school girlfriend called me, and she was like, "Hey, do you think that you could call this Dustin guy who wants to jam with you?" And it kind of went from there. So, and obviously I knew Cole already. That was easy. Unfortunately, I've known him his whole life, so it was super easy. And sparks flew.
And with that music store, is it actually still around today? Because I do know with a lot of record stores and music shops, unfortunately, some of them are around, but majority of them have now since closed their doors.
No, that one is not around, unfortunately.
Yeah, True North Music, I think it was called.
Yeah, True North Music. Yeah, we still have a really good store in Orillia called Gilbert Guitars, but yeah, that's the last one. It's hard, man. They're all kind of disappearing. We just have like a long McQuaid's every so often.
Yeah, they kind of take over.
Yeah. But the guitars don't go bad, so who's buying guitars? And the older they get, the better they are. So I mean, you know what I mean?
They age like a god. They age like a glass of scotch, man. The older it is, the better it is.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Oh, by the way, I just want to point out, just real quick. Sorry, but Chris, did you read our caption there that we have? Could you read that out loud?
The talented and handsome part of Bleeker. I think that one was meant to go on mine. You guys, I don't know what, there might have been a typo there.
They're just an auto thing. It just auto came up.
Just auto? It auto did that? Did that? Okay. Well, might have been an error.
Yeah, StreamYard has its AI thing so it can read people's faces, and it just kind of gives that title to whatever side they think is best.
Right. There's some kind of perfect symmetry that we all have in this area.
Yeah, you guys look really good.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Johnston Construction. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jimmy.
But also as well, I actually read that you guys were actually scouted by various members of the music industry during the early stages of your career, where you unfortunately were considered often too young, which honestly to me doesn't really make any sense because you have so many individuals in different aspects of the music industry that were at a young age. For instance, you had the Hansons that were pop, you had Criss Cross, which was hip hop. You can just go on. But I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about that ordeal, and of course, what labels were actually scouting you guys at that time, very early on in your careers?
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of everything. We eventually got picked up by Roadrunner because we had a champion over there, Rose. But yeah, it was being too young. It is kind of weird because we're trying to play bars when we're like 13. So like we'd be going from public school to the bar, and then we try to get home by like 3 or 4 and go to school again. So it was hard like that way, but also I guess we weren't around for very long where it's like, are we actually going to stay around kind of thing. And there was like, they always said, they were like, we're going to be the next Nickelback, and there was Serial Joe. Is that a person? That's a person. Yeah. Like Serial Joe.
Serial Joe's Canadian, weren't they?
Yeah,
they were
Serial
young.
Joe's Canadian. Yeah. And my name is Taylor, and I kind of look like Taylor Hanson, except more rugged, but...
But I remember as well. I think I read that Joe Carista of Universal Music was really interested in you guys as well, which honestly for a first ordeal, man, just having someone like Joe of Universal Music is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everyone was, I mean, pretty receptive back then, and like we did practice all the time, so it was hopefully that helped as well.
And also, I know you mentioned as well about Roadrunner Records, but just following up with that question, in the summer of 2010, you guys actually ultimately signed with them. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about that, and of course, what was it like just working with them as the very first label within your guys' careers? Because you guys went on to release some amazing music with Roadrunner.
Yeah, that was a weird time because it was like fresh out of high school. And, like we're all about the same age, so we all just got out of high school, and we all went to California and Los Angeles for the first time. We went there for a couple months. And we were like, I don't know, 18 or 19. So it was like kind of a different deal. And we worked with one of like our great producer, Bob Marlette, and he kind of like showed us how to record and showed us how to write songs and do that kind of thing. And it's kind of where we got good. Like all the same tricks we use in the studio that's what we learned like on that record. So it was a forming experience.
And also as well, one of your guys' very first big tours that you actually went on was actually on tour with Airborne, where you guys were the supporting act. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about that tour. And of course, what was one of your most fondest memories of that tour? Because honestly, Airborne, in my opinion, always had that AC/DC sound, but they were very unique and original at the very same time.
If I can chime in quick, I actually went to that show when it came to Saskatchewan before I knew you guys, obviously, because I was like 8 years old.
Still hadn't grown into your ears yet.
No, I still hadn't grown into my ears yet. And I remember that was the first time, maybe first or second time I saw you guys play, but it was awesome.
Well, Mike actually has the Airborne shirt on from that tour.
Incidentally, yeah. They were just, it was just rock and roll through and through, loud, incredibly loud, like just high energy. I still, maybe a handful of bands that are at that level that I've ever seen before. Just unreal. And amazing people. Like
they kind of showed us like opening for somebody with that high energy. It shows you that you have to go out and give everything you have every night, because those guys did.
They still do.
Yeah. And I think the best thing, I remember asking the singer, I was like, who's your favorite band? He's like, AC/DC. I'm like, okay. That makes sense.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some influential, there's definitely some influences there in the sound, man. No doubt about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, it'd be weird if they were like if they tried to hide that they liked AC/DC.
Yeah.
I like that they were into it.
Yeah, I know. I hate when that happens, It's like if somebody sounds exactly like Led Zeppelin or something. Like, never heard it.
Aerosmith.
Yes, never heard them before.
Meanwhile, you walk past their tour bus, you just hear like Led Zeppelin just blaring from the bus.
Yeah.
But around the same time as well, I know we actually spoke about this actually before we actually went live. But just how when Chris mentioned about how we saw you guys live before he was even in the band and whatnot, when he was young kid and whatnot, I had actually got the opportunity to see you guys at Brockville, Ontario at Riverfest, an old festival that unfortunately no longer exists anymore. If you guys actually remember that show, what was it like just performing in Brockville, Ontario at Riverfest? Because I believe you guys were opening up for NXS that show.
Oh yeah,
I like that show. Yeah. Those they were really nice guys. Those guys were
super nice guys.
They're from Australia.
Yeah.
And the singer was Canadian. You remember he won that that show, that competition.
Yeah. I talked to that singer for a while. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. No, I remember that. I remember it was beautiful.
Brockville.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. Such a long time. Was that in 2010 for real?
Yeah.
How long ago?
I believe that. I want to say 2010, 2011, around that criteria. I actually know it was 2011 because I remember the photo I took with myself and Dustin outside like the gate. It had the old timestamp on the bottom of the photo, which like is old as hell. It said 2011.
Wow. That's amazing.
We've definitely lost a few brain cells since then. But
And also as well, September 21st of 2010, I know we briefly kind of spoke about it, but you guys released the legendary album titled Small Town Dead. I was wondering if you can just tell us a bit more about the story behind that album, and of course, is it actually still out there to be streamed or purchased today if individuals don't already own themselves a copy of it?
It is. It's streamable. I know it's on Spotify and everything like that. That was so. Small Town Dead was actually, I wrote it about a friend. Like lyrically, it's about a friend. I can say this now, I guess it doesn't really matter. But his name was Winnie, and he was a high school friend. And Small Town Dead is actually an acronym, STD. And I just made it as a joke song for like him having an STD because it's a small town and him spreading it around. So that's actually what the song is about. And then we could.
I got to go back and listen to that song now, just to actually get my head wrapped around that.
The first line is, "I got her number, but my reputation failed and fucked me again," and it's all about that. So sorry, hopefully you didn't like that song. Hopefully maybe it'll make it better. It'll be refreshing.
I gotta say, when I had that CD back in the day, I like played the shit out of it, and that was one of my favorite songs. So now it gives me a different meaning to listen to it too. So I gotta say, I gotta go back and listen to it again.
It's like having leftovers. It's like just a little bit different. Maybe not as good, but.
But also, jumping ahead of the timeline, guys, in 2017, you guys were actually nominated for Breakthrough Group of the Year at the Juno Awards. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about your night at the Junos, and of course, what was it like just attending in the year 2017?
That was a lot of fun. We did a lot of partying that night.
Yeah, there were a lot of people from the label up from New York that were big supporters, good friends of ours, and we got treated well. It was Ottawa. It was for the 150th anniversary.
And I was I didn't party at all. I stayed in the hotel. All my friends from Orillia came up, but we ordered pizza, and I just laid in the hotel bed and fell asleep. We were on tour at the time. I was a bit of a bitch. I'll be honest with you. Can I swear on this?
Hey, we're completely uncensored, man. Definitely swear it up.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
But the Junos were kind of a weird thing.
I mean, that was one of the best nights of my life.
Yeah.
I really remember that. Well, I mean, I remember having the nice dinner and all the wine and.
We were there a couple nights because we played the night before, didn't we?
Yeah.
And
Mavericks, is that a place in Ottawa?
Yeah.
I think that's where the gig was.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great time.
And I gotta say as well, you guys definitely deserve that win as well, man. At the end of the day, you really deserve to actually win.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
The Dirty Nil are awesome.
They are awesome, but fuck them also.
Yeah. No, we're fans. We're fans.
And we only had one chance to get breakthrough artists. Now it's just gonna be artists. This fucking sucks.
But hey, you guys are winners in my books. I look at it like the Junos as more of a corporate thing, man. At the end of the day, there's so many people that win those awards where you sit back and go, you know what? I don't agree with that. These people deserve it rather than those people. Just like the Grammys. 90% of the people that get nominated, they deserve to win, but someone that's like all over the FM radio that really has that really crappy song wins, and it's like, why?
I'm gonna agree with you until maybe when we do win one, then I'll say that it was well deserved.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I will actually definitely agree with that because you guys deserved and still do deserve a Juno Award, man. At the end of the day, you guys are a killer band, man.
Well, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing, and we're gonna try to get one eventually. It's definitely not the end goal, but it would be nice.
I just want to play in the Juno Cup.
And what's that? Is that
That's the hockey game. There's a hockey game, and I just want to run some shows. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be there cheering you on. Mike would be there cheering you on.
None of you guys can skate, right?
Not very well.
I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can skate.
Yeah, you can go straight, but
I stop by spinning around.
Yeah. The boards will stop you.
The boards stop you. Yeah.
I don't even know if the boards will stop me skating, man. My ankles are like all messed up, so I'll skate like my ankles will go in like this. I'll be looking like I'm mentally challenged trying to skate. It just wouldn't work.
They call that a bender if your ankles are touching the ice. You don't want
pretty
that.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried going just ice skating, man.
Yeah. It's hard, man. It's hard to balance.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If I have to go on the ice, I'm just gonna wear shoes. I mean, I'll be a bitch about it. I'll admit it.
Yeah,
I'm just
slipping
not
around
putting
up
on
there.
skates.
Yeah. You look like.
But also as well, guys, on October 13th of 2023, you guys actually released your most recent single titled "Walkin'." I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about your most recently released single, and of course, where can we actually snag ourselves a copy of it today?
Well, first of all, the video just came out a couple hours ago for this song,
Yeah.
Walkin'. And you can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes. What else is there?
Amazon,
Yeah.
Everything.
Pandora. What else?
Yeah.
Literally everything. It's on
Yeah,
everything.
literally everything. It's a banger too. We purposely came out with some the rockiest song that we have that we're gonna release is this song. And it was originally not a song we were going to record or anything, but we all fell in love with it. All the songs that we thought were going to be released kind of went on the back burner because we had so much fun with this. And with when you listen to the song, the bridge is absolutely fucked. Chris did a really cool off time thing with it, and it's everything that we wanted to do encapsulated in one song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It was like we have to go record next week, and we kind of need one more song.
yeah,
And we just jammed it a bunch before we had to leave, and then
which is sometimes how it goes, because like
Yeah.
sometimes it's a song that's like fuck it, we'll just do whatever we want, and then it's the one that
Very organic.
yeah,
Yeah.
very organic.
yeah.
And I actually got to say, your guys' music video was phenomenal. I actually watched that while I was at the gym tonight. I was working out, and I actually saw that there was a music video out. So I was like, might as well. Might as well check it out.
Yeah, that was our manager Jeff put that all together, and it was just like a live off the floor, super super easy. Sometimes videos are like a long grueling day. It was awesome. I was more hungover than I've ever been during that. I was throwing up like I was throwing up so bad a couple hours before it. So when I see the video now, I can kind of tell. I'm like, holy shit, I look absolutely dicked. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a fun video.
It was one of the most painless shoots ever too, and we ate some good pizza.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
thank you, Jeff, for
Yeah, Jeff.
for all that.
And that greasy pizza must have definitely helped out with that nasty, dirty hangover as well. I find
Saved
greasy
his ass.
food always kind of helps even it out.
Yeah,
Saved his ass.
it kind of sent me on my way.
Yeah.
It was definitely
Too bad they didn't give the
Very
pizza
drunk.
before the video shoot.
Yeah, it would have been a bad idea. We were starting to shoot it, and my wife, Sam, she was there, and she's like, "Are you gonna shave your face?" I never shave, not to shave. But she's like, "Are you guys gonna shave?" I'm like, no, we're not. It's just one step too many right now.
Yeah.
But also as well, this year I actually read that you guys actually signed a new management deal with Known Accomplice, and of course mentioned that new music is coming towards the end of 2023, where you also have been recording new music. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about that management deal, and of course, will we actually see another Bleeker album in the foreseeable future?
There's definitely a Bleeker album coming. Yeah, they're out of Toronto. Jeff Nedza, he's our new manager / everything.
It would be a label deal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they basically take care of us. It's really nice. It's nice everything being first of all in Canada and having all a perfect relationship right off the bat. And it's a lot of communication and a lot of like, what do you guys want to do? I think this would be a fun idea and just another somebody to bounce ideas off of, and he has 1,000 ideas a minute. So
Yeah.
it's good. It's like having another member.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm not
Happy to be there.
gonna kiss his ass too much because he might be watching. So
Yeah.
Jeff also sucks as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bad things about him I'm not gonna say, but just know there's tons.
Yeah.
Do we need to call the West Coast and get some stuff edited?
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I do want to, since we're on the topic of Jeff, I just want to give Jeff a shout out for actually coordinating this and making this interview possible. I mean, definitely when you said easy, nice guy to work with, definitely an easy, nice guy to coordinate and set up an interview with. So Jeff, thank you so much for making this happen.
The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting it done. It's awesome.
And before we move off the
Text
topic
me.
of this brand new album,
He just texted me.
Oh.
He told me he said "fuck you."
Did he really?
No,
Okay.
What did he say though?
he did. Oh yeah. He did say that we should talk about. We have some shows coming up. We have to talk about.
Yeah.
But I'll leave that for later.
Yeah, I think that's coming. I hope.
And also as well, before I actually was going to bring up the shows as well, but the one last thing I have to ask about this album, because obviously it's still in the works and whatnot, but I do know as a Bleeker fan and all the other Bleeker fans are wondering, what can we actually expect from this up-and-coming album? Like, is it going to be the traditional Bleeker sound, or is this are you guys going in a different direction with this album? Like, obviously you can't let too many cats out of the bag, but for what you can speak about, what can we expect from this amazing Bleeker album coming soon?
I would say no secret magic, just like instruments.
Raw.
Yeah. Nice.
Our bass drums,
Raw.
human beings.
Yeah, real drums. We're letting
Real.
Chris. We're letting Chris, we're telling Chris it's real drums.
Hey. No, it actually is real drums, though. It actually is. It actually is. I don't think you could program a drum machine to do the bridge of walking. Well, you could.
It's nice. And it's nice that we, doing something so rock, you can't hide behind any trickery or anything. So if it's a shitty song, it's a shitty song.
Mm-hmm. I think it could be one of those records where like it's got like one of the heaviest songs the band has ever done and one of the softest songs the band has ever done too. Who knows? Maybe one of those could pop up.
Yeah, we're gonna cover an Anne Marie song.
Yeah.
But also, guys, speaking of tour dates, on December 1st, Friday, December 1st, you guys are going to be in Ottawa, Ontario, and then, of course, December 14th, which is a Thursday, you guys are going to be hitting up the GTA, Toronto, Ontario. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about what us Bleeker fans can actually expect from these two up-and-coming shows, and, of course, where can we actually snag ourselves some tickets so we can come on out and see you guys live in full effect?
Yeah, December 1st, we're playing with Filth, Fan Club Wallet, and Boy Vey at Saw. And then on December 14th, we're with Mono Whales at the Axis Concert Theater, which we're really excited about. There should be some ticket links on our website, or where would we find those?
Yeah, on socials.
Yeah, socials. There'll be ticket links for sure for both. But I don't know. I would say, probably in the bio. Ticket links in the bio of all of our social media. But I would say you could expect some new songs, some sneak peeks.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think we have like a 45-minute set, so we'll probably try to play like 3 new songs in each set.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And definitely Walking.
That's for sure getting played.
Twice.
Yeah, maybe we'll play twice, beginning and ending.
We'll do it at the start, and then we'll do it at the end.
Yeah.
And I have to ask guys as well, because obviously I haven't had the opportunity to see you guys live since 2011 Criteria. Do you guys still actually play play your older hits as well, or do you guys just focus on the new stuff?
I guess it depends on the set length. If we have to play like an hour and a half, we'll
add some of their older stuff in.
Yeah, we dig into the coffers. Like we play.
We haven't done any Small Town Dead stuff in a long time, but a lot from 4, and then a lot from Erase You.
Yeah. Was there any Small Town Dead stuff we played in?
I remember one of the first shows I played with you guys in Canada, which would have been a long time ago. We did play like 2 of the songs, but we haven't played it since then.
Right.
That would have been in Edmonton. By the way, if we didn't mention it before, the concert with Mono Whales is on December 14th.
But if we, I guess if we played in Orillia, we'd probably play some of that old stuff. We'd definitely play Small Town Dead.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, you guys performed Last Cigarette phenomenally as well, man. Definitely another amazing hit. I know it's not on Small Town Dead, but still another kick-ass hit.
Yeah, it's on 4, and we're trying to get that album up on Spotify and stuff. So that should be coming up soon as well.
Yeah, do kind of like a re-release of it.
Yeah.
That's a great record.
Whatever.
Yeah, we do still play like 5 songs off that.
Yeah, that was actually a really, really, really good. Like going back and listening, I don't listen to us, but if like I had a truck and the CD was kind of stuck in the CD player, we were all drunk coming home from a Toronto show, and it was on, and we cranked it.
Yeah.
We were in Taylor's Ford Ranger, and it comfortably seats how many?
It seats 5, sleeps 7 comfortably.
Yeah, and basically my knees are touching my chin, but the tunes were shaking the car. I think the car almost got driven off the 400, and that was awesome to listen to that record. That's a Moncar's production.
Same producer as that album, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the producer for that album, like Last Cigarette, is who we're doing our new songs with as well.
And when you actually said you're working on bringing those to Spotify, are you guys releasing the original album, or do you guys plan on doing a 10th anniversary kind of remastered edition and bringing it back out, or is it going to be the original release?
We might do like 1 or 2 songs, but it'll be the original release. Right now, we're just focusing on all things new, and that's filling our time up pretty good right now. So if we blast through that, then we'll do something like that.
But I have to ask, guys, aside from this amazing album that's coming out, Walkin' and the video that just dropped actually a few hours ago, what's next for Bleeker? Like, is there anything we happen to miss during this evening's broadcast? Anything else you guys do still want to talk about or promote? Well, we still got you here live on the radio station airwaves this evening.
Ooh. Do you guys have anything?
I don't know. We're just stoked. We're gonna do some more writing, and
Yeah, we got to get a few more songs under our belt to put on this album.
Yeah.
There's about 4 more that don't exist yet, so we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I guess just reiterate December
Upcoming shows, December 1st.
December 1st in Ottawa, December 14th in Toronto. Listen to Walk In on everything. It sounds different on Amazon, Spotify, and iTunes, so you have to listen to them all, to every one, and you can let us know which one's the best. And go check out the video and watch how hungover we are.
you are.
I am.
Yeah, just you.
And also, guys, before we actually part ways here this evening, obviously I know how to follow you on social media, but for the individuals that are watching that might not be social media savvy, how do they go about following Bleeker as a band, and of course, you guys as individual members all across social media platforms if they're not already doing so?
Yeah, we're Bleeker official on pretty much everything. Except Facebook. I think it's just Bleeker. I have an Instagram under Chris Dingus, Dingus, which is not actually my last name, but Demas was taken. Guy's got no followers. I've been trying to report him every day, but he's not coming out. So I gotta stick with Dingus. And the other, I mean, you guys barely know how to turn on your phone. So
Yeah, I haven't posted anything on my Instagram since 2016, I think.
I've got an Instagram, Chris.
yeah, Taylor just got Instagram. He's really excited about like the internet and stuff.
So I have one too. So I don't know how to get to it, but it's always on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, don't feel bad, guys. Honestly, when it comes to social media for the radio station, there's sometimes that I actually absolutely forget that I have it. Sometimes I wish I didn't have social media, but when you're in the industry, unfortunately, you have to have social media, especially this day and age.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think if you can learn to have fun with it, then it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. But if we could just go back to 2010, I think that's ideal.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. And the whole TikTok thing, I cannot get into that. I tried, and I installed it, created an account, and I'm like, no, I can't do this. And I just
it's hard, but you know what? I made a TikTok yesterday, and I gotta admit it, I actually had a little bit of fun. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it does look like fun if you get into it. I just wish like you start off with like 1 million followers or whatever and just go from there.
Yeah, they should figure out how to do that. How do you get 1 million right off the bat?
It's like auto fill.
Yeah.
But it's not a thing, so.
But I gotta say, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for just giving not only myself but the radio station airways a bit of your time, honestly. And also thank you guys for years of amazing music. I've been a huge Bleeker fan, and of course Bleeker Ridge Days fan for a long time, man. So just the fact I got to interview you guys this evening was such a tremendous honor, man. So thank you so much for a bit of your time, and hopefully down the line we can make this happen again sometime soon. But for now, definitely have yourselves a kick-ass night.
Definitely,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for having us on. This was a blast.
Yeah.
You're most certainly welcome, guys. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.